Right, let's move on to our second session of the day. This will explore the critical skills that small businesses need to build resilience in a digital age. Joining us to host the session is Jagdeep Rai, Head of UK Client Coverage, SME Business Banking at HSBC UK. Jagdeep is joined by Gori Yahaya, founder and CEO of UpSkill Universe and one of the delivery partners of HSBC's Small Business Growth Programme. Gori is an award-winning entrepreneur and thought leader with a vision for an equitable, tech-enabled future. His expertise spans digital adoption, AI upskilling, and fostering inclusive entrepreneurship and access to the tech sector. Gori has built some of the world's largest digital skills programs in partnership with companies such as Google, BT, Walmart, and Microsoft. His insights have been sought after by governments and organisations globally, and he currently advises the UK government on future skills as part of the Digital Skills Council, a role that sees him help shape national strategy on AI, data, and workforce development. Jagdeep, Gori, welcome, and over to you.
Thank you, Catherine, and wonderful to have you here with us today, Gori. Lovely to see you again. I feel really privileged to have the opportunity to ask you some questions over the course of the next few minutes. So I thought we could start with you telling us a bit about UpSkill Universe. So it's a business that you set up to help SMEs to plug those knowledge gaps that they have. So can you talk to us a bit about that? What inspired you to set it up? And where do you think SMEs most need your services?
Yeah, well, firstly, it's a pleasure to be here and I'm excited to have this conversation. I'm a hyper-curious person. So, over the last few years, I have really enjoyed watching how technology has become so prevalent in our lives because I'm curious about how it could help us grow and build better businesses. And I'd say 10 years ago when I set up UpSkill Universe, I was baffled by how people felt intimidated by technology, right? I mean, I couldn't find my local cafe on Google Maps. I couldn't find a website for a business that I knew was great for me to be able to engage with. And I thought, what's the barrier? What are people fearful of? And I really set up UpSkill to help people feel more confident and embrace technology. I thought, what if we had a world where people had the skills and the confidence to be able to thrive with technology? So my goal was to help people engage through human-to-human interaction. So through experts that can help them feel excited by what tech could do for their business, also for their careers as well. So, we were delivering training, we're getting people excited about tech. And as tech has become more prevalent in our lives, we need to be able to embrace it to be able to thrive. And that's essentially what we've learned a lot from businesses, which is that there is still that level of intimidation especially with AI becoming so prevalent, that we need to give them learning in a way that's more bite-sized, more manageable, more accessible. So whether it's through live webinars and workshops or through the bite-sized content that we've built, we find that really lands well with businesses.
Fantastic. No, thank you, Gori. And I know that one of the things which you've touched on already that you're really passionate about is building that resilience in a digital world. So why is that a topic that you are so passionate about? Where does that passion come from? And why do you think SMEs really just need to get on board with that very quickly?
Yeah, well, I'm fascinated by how adaptable humans are, right? And business owners are, in their own right, just a species in themselves, right? I think the mind of an entrepreneur is an incredible one. Building a business is actually quite irrational in terms of how you have to manage so many different parts of the business in itself. And, you've heard it earlier, we've been through an unprecedented period of turbulence economically. Businesses have faced all sorts of issues from, going through lockdowns and business having to close up. And when I think about resilience, I think that's absolutely core to a business owner's mindset, mentality. They have an ability to adapt to change so well. And that, for me, is exactly why we need to elevate that approach and sort of kind of harness the power of that resilience to be able to drive growth, right? Which I think is absolutely key. In this day and age, when I think about resilience, I remember around the pandemic time, there was a black-owned sort of business, a coffee shop that was based out of Wales. And, they were at risk of shutting down, right? Because of lockdown and whatnot. And the owner, what she did is she spent time teaching herself how to do digital marketing, build communities online, and actually thought about how could I reshape the business to thrive. So from that, she built an e-commerce store, started to sell her coffee online, became a bit of a distributor herself, created an online community, and basically built a whole new arm of business for herself, right? And I thought that was just an incredible story of somebody who's thought differently based on the scenario and sort of the landscape around them. Resilience is not about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward, being smarter, stronger, more thoughtful about how you move ahead in business. And I think that's really what is core to some of our essential human skills.
I love that resilience being bouncing forward. I think that's such a great concept, and what a brilliant story as well. You know, thank you for sharing that. And I think that's about kind of being open and being really open-minded to the future and being quite future focused, and just it's that sort of growth mindset, you know, that everybody needs to have in order to just future-proof their business all the time, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the future is it changes all the time. Change is probably the only constant that we have. So, you know, being able to embrace that needs you to have a certain kind of mentality and mindset, and that's really what we're trying to drive.
For sure, yeah, no, thank you. I love that. So can we talk AI now? So AI obviously very, very interlinked with the digital world and kind of all of the advancements that we're seeing from a technological and a digital perspective. And I know that we're going to hear more from Microsoft shortly on that. But I've heard you say that the future belongs to human skills and intelligence, so the two together. What does that actually mean in practice? And what skills do you believe SMEs need to focus on, need to develop on today for the future?
Yeah, well, look, the pace of change, especially with AI, is relentless. It's really flying at us at a speed that we're really not ready for, right? But I talked about adaptability and resilience before. It's very important that we can hone into some of our human skills that helps us to handle this pace of change, right? In a very uncertain and quite kind of ambiguous world that we're essentially going to be living in. When I think about human intelligence, you know, I think about a business owner that has, you know, they've hired an incredible set of managers that they want to work with, but they perhaps can lean into things like emotional intelligence for managers, right? What they really want to embrace tech is to have a hyper-curious set of critical thinkers, right? People who look at this tech and think, how can I take the task that I'm typically used to doing, of which AI will come for, and help me be more productive by leveraging the tools that I have, like AI, Gen AI and other tools like that, to be able to do work faster, make me feel more confident and comfortable in the work that I do, and enjoy it more as well, right? So for me, those human skills, adaptability, really kind of honing in on emotional intelligence, helping people feel more confident and critically thinking about these tools, because they will change the way we work, transform the way we engage with the business. So I think those things companies to lean into, you know, whether it's running workshops or bringing your managers together to talk about, right, how do we embrace AI in a way that is responsible, in a way that is more ethically approachable, and also thinking about how do we ensure that we move together with this tech so that they're riding the wave as opposed to feeling sort of left behind, I think is key.
Thank you. And I guess building on that, I know you're doing work with the Digital Skills Council. Can you tell us a bit more about that? Because I think there's a really good segue into that. And you know, how is that work helping to shape the skills that the future workforce need, or I guess will need the most in the future? Yeah,
absolutely. So look, the council has been set up as an advisory body to DSIT Skills England and the DFE. The real goal is to help us come up with a recommendation to build a skills system that's fit for an evolving tech landscape. You know, we're thinking about what emerging tech pathways and roles are going to be prevalent in the future and what skills you need for them, as well as ensuring that how do we ensure that the entire the UK sort of society has the skills they need to be able to thrive with the technology that we need to embrace. You would have seen Keir Starmer earlier in the week made a reference to investing in AI training across the entire the UK. And we need to ensure that we have a sustainable way to be able to deliver that and ensure that people feel confident and comfortable with this tech, because it is going to be a game changer. And especially thinking about the UK not being left behind. We need to be a competitive force, competitive sort of global powerhouse. And to do that, it requires a resilient community, it requires skills in the hands of the people that need it most. So that's a lot of what we're doing, and making sure we can be inclusive in how we approach delivering the skills across the UK. So it's a big piece of work, but I guess we're most excited about the industry players and partners that are really feeding in to help us build that in the right way.
Brilliant, brilliant. No, thank you for sharing that. And so I guess with everything that you've said so far, if you were to say, if you were to, almost in a nutshell, from your perspective, what do you think is the smartest move that an SME can make today to stay relevant, to stay focused on the future, to stay, as I say, to future-proof themselves and their business, and to stay resilient in the years ahead?
So I'd say embrace AI, play with it, get curious. It can feel a bit overwhelming as a business owner when you have so many different things to juggle, right? And like I mentioned before, there's some level of intimidation towards technology with some individuals. So the fact is AI, and Gen AI in particular, has been one of the most accessible technologies we've ever had. You know, you can experiment and play with it very easily. Now, don't get me wrong, it can hallucinate, right? You know, it doesn't get things perfect. It's learning a lot as it goes, and we have to be cautious about that, right? And a hallucination isn't me dreaming about something, you know, fanatical. It's actually more about something that is absolutely plausible, right? It's a hallucination that could be real, which makes it difficult for us to understand if it's real or not. But you do need to play with it, because the rate and the speed at which the technology is becoming so much more advanced, so much more, you know, it's growing at a level that I don't really feel we're quite ready for. And I think what's really important is that we can ride that wave. So get your teams playing around technology, access the learning that exists out there. I mean, we have a platform, obviously, with this small business growth program that we're training people on how to streamline business with AI. There are plenty of programs out there that can help you feel more confident and comfortable with the tech. So embrace it, get your teams learning about it, get your teams talking about it. I think is really, really key for the good and the bad, right? What are the challenges as well as the risks? Have open conversations. As a leader, it's really your space to be that curious, kind of hyper-excited leader that can get people along on the journey with you. You're a visionary, so that's what we want to try to get people to really want to embrace.
Yeah, no, I love that, what you said. I think, you know, a big part of kind of being curious about the future is being future-focused, being open-minded, but equally, it's that energy that you create, it's that excitement that you create where you kind of people want to come on a journey with you, and that you're quite visionary around that. And so
people love that journey,
yes.
right? They want to go, and they're nervous as well. There's a lot of fear out there. You know, I've spoken to a life coach, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying, I don't know how to embrace AI. And I said, throw a couple of your old webinars into the system. And she did it, and she came out with like an entire month's worth of social media, like, you know, calendars, like, you know, amazing sort of posts and things that she could use. It was easy. It came out within seconds. Yeah. Just like embrace it, try it, see what it can yield for you.
And there's so much information out there, isn't there? As soon as you start looking and just scratch below the surface, there's just, you know, as much information as you need, and using that to your benefit and your advantage is key, right?
Yeah, over the years we've got used to kind of searching online for things, right? You know, now AI has changed that slightly to make it more accessible to get information we need that's personalized, hyper-personalized to us. That's why it's evolving the world of learning. But really, you have to embrace it. I mean, that's what humans are great at, right? So,
fantastic. Thank you, Gori. And look, final question from me before we have some time to go to some of the audience questions. But you have had an incredible career so far, and still so young, still looking so fantastically young and so energetic, which is brilliant. And I'd love to understand, you've just touched on it there, around the piece around leadership. And I'm sure you've learnt many lessons along the way. What's one of the leadership lessons that you've learnt the hard way, that you think in hindsight, I wish I'd have known that? That I guess from an entrepreneurial perspective, from the entrepreneurs that are listening, that you think would be useful for them to hear?
So if there's one thing that entrepreneurs and leaders, business leaders, or small business leaders in particular, have got used to, is doing everything, right? Especially when you're starting up a business, it can feel very overwhelming. There's so much to do. So for me, it's about the power of delegation, right? You know, I very clearly remember people saying to me, you know, you didn't hire me for you to do my job, right? And it's very important that you can learn how to delegate effectively, right? Have trust in people to do the work that you need them to do, and lead them in a way that gives them the space to do it. You want to empower, not carry, right? So it's very important as a leader, as you're thinking, well, I think I know how to do this best, that you can trust in others. You know, hire people that are better, that are smarter than you, that have more expertise in the areas that you need them to have expertise in. And for me, it's really about delegate effectively, right, and communicate with that too.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much. That's a really, really useful lesson. It's about control, isn't it? Control isn't necessarily always a good thing, and kind of letting go of control sometimes actually can be very empowering in that sense. So,
Very much so.
Thank you very much, Gori. So look, we've got some time for some questions that have come through from the audience. So great question here that's come from the audience. So was there a moment when you doubted UpSkill Universe in terms of whether it would succeed or not, and how did you push through?
Yeah, I mean, any business owner will tell you there's many moments.
Yes.
Doubt can be, your biggest nemesis, right, as a business owner. So I've had quite a few moments. I mean, I think when we were quite small, probably about 10 or so people in the organization, we were trying to break into a new market, actually in across sub-Saharan Africa. And there were moments where I think I'd overinvested, right? And I thought I put too many boots on the ground, that, the landscape I hadn't done quite enough due diligence on, and I really doubted to see whether that expansion had drawn us away from kind of our core market and whether it was sustainable enough. And in that, I doubted my own judgment, right? And that's the hardest thing to deal with. And I couldn't think, and I'm all about scale. So building this organization was like, could I scale this? If I can't do it there, could I do it anywhere else? Yeah. And absolutely, the doubt you need to embrace and say, you're not perfect, you're human, right? We make mistakes, we need to show how we can learn from them. So taking that moment and taking stock of the fact that we perhaps had kind of doubled down in a way that wasn't right meant actually taking some space and taking a breath, right? But doubt, I think, is one of the things that people think is a nemesis, because so much you can learn from doubt to really help yourself grow. And I always say, lean into it, because business leaders that do embrace doubt, I think, are much more successful, much more productive, and have better conversations with their teams as well, right? Okay. It's a vulnerability that we don't often share.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to squeeze one more question in before we end. So AI is moving so fast. How do you keep up and evaluate what tools are worth investing time and money in? So how do you differentiate between the things that I should spend my time on and those not?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways. I mean, some of the best ways to learn about it is through peer networks and how other people are using it, right? Because you get the best case studies and examples of that as well. So, part of some of the things that we're doing with this program is giving people the space to be able to discuss it in some of our live webinars, for example. There are a lot of tools out there. It's inevitable, and there's tools popping up every single week. I think for you, take stock of what's going to be right for your business, right? You'll start to see more tools being built that are industry specific and even almost product specific, right? Yeah. There's a lot of productivity tools out there. Try them, use them. If they don't work, it's kind of like my sort of hiring mantra, which is, hire slow, fire fast, right? Which means, think about the tools with due diligence. If it doesn't work for you, feel free to try to find something else as well. And there's always lots of free trials on a lot of these tools as well. So try it and see. Get some of your team to try them and get them embracing it as much as you can. It will keep moving. It will keep getting better.
Brilliant. Thank you, Gori. Gori, as expected, that was fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. I could talk to you all day about your experiences and about your insights. So a huge thank you. I'm sure the audience will agree that this was absolutely fascinating and some real nuggets that you've given us to all think about. So thank you. It's back over to Catherine.